This video continues on from the one I did the other day, and you can find that on my YouTube channel. Now, in respect to Israel Folau getting sacked for simply expressing his own religious views about homosexuality, that is absolutely despicable. But the problem is far bigger than just Israel Folau. New Zealanders and Australians are no longer have their fundamental right to free speech anymore. We're no longer living in democracies anymore. We're now in an era of left-wing speech silencing fascism. Now, sure, we mimic elections every few years, but the end results are always the same. We end up with the far left and the left, as both major parties in both countries are fundamentally the same. Neither like free speech. Now, in respect to Folau, think about the rank hypocrisy coming from Qantas, who disparaged him for simply expressing his religious views about homosexuality. Now, while they're disparaging Folau, they are partnering up with Qatar Airlines, from a country that legally kills homosexuals for simply being homosexual. Now, what about the rank hypocrisy of our own New Zealand government? They also disparage Folau. Every few years, the New Zealand government and the UAE team up to sponsor our America's Cup Challenge. And again, the UAE allows the legal killing of homosexuals for simply being homosexuals. Now let's get an update from our left-wing media and see what they have to say. Our unbiased media.
Good evening. Israel Folau looks set to battle it out over his multi-million-dollar contract with Rugby Australia. The union's publicly declared its intent to sack their star player over his latest anti-gay posts on social media. It's understood Folau has told his manager he wants to challenge that decision at a code of conduct hearing. But sports contract lawyers say Folau may not have a leg to stand on. Kate King reports.
Luina Aki is from the same Tongan village as Israel Folau. Their family, she says.
We're sad for what's going to happen to him. He's just being out there with his what he believes in and his faith. That's what we try and teach our kids.
That's what we try and teach our kids. And that's the very point of this, isn't it? By denigrating Folau, these radical fascists are denigrating a whole race of people. Now, Islanders are very religious people, and they support and admire Folau. And why wouldn't they? He's a fantastic player, and he's a great role model for their kids. But the irony here, folks, is this. Both the rugby unions in New Zealand and Australia, they both support homosexuals who contribute nothing to rugby, while at the same time they denigrate the Islanders who contribute everything. Now, folks, this is from New Zealand. This is New Zealand's Maori channel, another arm of another propaganda arm of our left. So as you will see, this is just propaganda, so I'll just read this and play this. A recently married gay man says that people with profile need to be mindful of the damage these views can have. On the rainbow community. Now, I'm showing you this because I wanted to show you, to illustrate how out of touch our New Zealand government is with the people. So this is the propaganda that our New Zealand government is putting out. Now let's scroll down and see how many people agree with this propaganda. Thoughts and prayers go out to Israel Folau. Pretty easy solution. If you don't like what he tweets, don't follow him. Don't follow him on Twitter. It does not matter if he's Christian or not. He has a right to have a difference of opinion and not be persecuted. Such shit, man. What happened to free speech, and why should it affect his great rugby career? This is a strange one. I'll leave that. Wow, they're even reporting on this in Klingon. I don't know what that means. So Izzy, how would it feel if a young man beat a young gay man? So obviously this guy supports the propaganda. Israel Folau wasn't given his opinion, but instead he was simply quoting the Bible. You see, this is the problem with government-funded programs like this. Either they toe the line or the funding gets revoked. Most people in the media are shocked and livid with all this. Take a shot of cement and harden the F up. Well, I'm an atheist, so he thinks I'm going to hell. Just stop giving him attention. He's brainwashed. Folau is a Jehovah's Witness. Who cares? He's entitled to his opinion. Oh wow, he must be talking about his own people and culture, because where he comes from in the islands, it's part of his culture. But hey, freedom of speech? Who believes the Bible to be the word of God? Okay. Well, love the way Izzy stands up for his faith. See, Izzy, you couldn't just play rugby and keep your hater attitude shut, could you? Okay. I just love the way the gay loving press uploaded videos to YouTube but disabled comments. Israel Folau is a hero. We have freedom of speech in this country. The ARU is like Nazi Germany. Folau, my man, a prophet of old, a pillar of light standing out amidst the sea of human sewerage around him. Thank you, Israel. You're a brave man. God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Adam or Eve and Eve. It's such a relief now to know that Rugby Australia has set itself up to determine right from wrong. Israel Folau is a hero in my books. Yeah, so there you go, folks. It's clear from this that 80% of people don't agree with this propaganda. So it really highlights how out of touch our government is. Now, folks, this is just for you island folk out there. Stop voting Labour. They don't care about you. They don't care about free speech. Only true conservative parties care about free speech. And there's one in Australia and one in New Zealand. Go and look them up and vote for them.